Wait, before we get into this video, I need you to comment a fact about yourself, or I need you to share the video immediately because this is a huge issue with YouTube. They're demonetizing every channel, and to be quite honest with you, my channel may get demonetized next. I'm not quite sure what exactly is happening with all the demonetization. It is disgusting, but we're going to talk about that more in a thing because now I have discovered over 20 channels that have been demonetized in the past 2 days. So that's what we're talking about today. If you wish to help with that, please share the video in some capacity. Also, on a side note, I have a GoFundMe for my foot. If you guys want to help with that, that'd be fine too. But outside of that, please do something to make this video get more known. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Very sadly, I was right. So let me explain what I'm talking about. YouTube is demonetizing hundreds, and I mean hundreds of channels. Now people are saying, it's racism. It's not racism. It's actually much worse than racism. It is blatantly just random as hell. So let me explain what's going on with the entirety of YouTube and stuff of that variety. So a while back, I made this video called Hood Anime YouTube is Dying. I made this video talking about how I noticed that a lot of Hood Anime YouTubers are getting copyright strikes or losing their monetization. And I had said, you guys need to form a union, or you guys need to literally stop using anime in your videos. I know it's your entire brand, but you guys need to either have a Patreon where you specifically have it over there, or centerfold your main fan base to a second channel, because you're going to lose your main channel and that's going to make you feel bad. Now, I was reached out to this video, made a few of the anime hood people reach out to me and they talked to me about it, and they said, and I remember this, and I quote, I remember this, they said, nah, it's transformative, so I don't have anything to worry about. Sad for all those other people though. Now, I'm not going to say who said that, but they were very not on board with joining together because they personally weren't being affected by it. And I remember telling the people, I said, dude, if you don't join together, if you don't get this done, then you're going to actively lose your channel. And now another wave is coming, and people are getting destroyed. Now, the people that I spoke to are not the people being affected yet. So I'm going to say that right now. It's not any of these people. Now let's talk about who's been demonetized. So demonetized channels are are this one right here, right? Vicious Realm got demonetized. This happened 3 weeks ago. It got demonetized for posting real art on YouTube. It's deemed as inauthentic content. Now, and then there's this one, Zero, who has 1 million subscribers. He got demonetized. This is strange that Zero got demonetized. It was for no reason. It was strange. It was a little bit odd that he got demonetized because people are saying he's not doing authentic content. This is very, very strange. It's sad. Want to know why he got hit with inauthentic claims? Simply put, it's because he does faceless content. That's it. It's because he does faceless content. Now, next person. This one right here, Mystical Arcana. This person got demonetized. Guess what? For, you guessed it again, faceless content. Mystical Arcana got demonetized for faceless content. And it's a few AI things. A few AI things they got demonetized for as well. So, they got completely demonetized. AI and stuff like that. They got demonetized for AI. So people, you may say to yourself, well, that's fair. They got demonetized for AI. Well, this is also important. If this person can get demonetized for AI, another person can get demonetized for being faceless. So it's more so they don't see a difference between those two things because it all falls under the realm of inauthentic content. And then we have this person who also got demonetized. Mr. Skeleton got demonetized because, you guessed it, not showing his face. Literally just because they're not showing his face. That's the entirety of it. That's it. That's the entirety of it. Face reveal plus channel update. The truth and the update on my channel monetization. That is an issue. Welcome to Mr. Skeleton. He had to show his face in order to actively keep his stuff. Now, CJ the Champ didn't get demonetized, but people like CJ the Champ are going to get hit by this demonetization wave because of what's going on here. And I probably wonder, why am I not playing much of these videos? Because I don't want to get copyright strikes. I never know what's gonna happen. Now, people like Rap So Petty, you may see him soonly get demonetized. That's my guess here. He's probably gonna be on the next wave of getting demonetized. Rap So Petty is gonna get demonetized. That's what's gonna happen next because he uses AI stuff despite the fact that it's transformative. And then we have your girl Tunes. This hurt me. This hurt me. Now, many of you may not know this, but I watch a lot of your girl Tunes because there's not that many, you know, women content creators in this space. This was really good animations, really good editing. This person is outstanding. I wish I could have promoted them before they got demonetized, but they got demonetized for unfamily friendly content, inauthentic content, all that jazz. Same with what happened with Moist Critical. Now, Moist Critical didn't get demonetized, but this was a precursor warning because he showed lyrics on screen. And then he got hit with a copyright claim immediately after showing lyrics on screen in his Taylor Swift video, the Taylor Swift drama video, where he talked about the drama of Taylor Swift. He got hit with a copyright claim from the Taylor Swift people that own the music just for showing lyrics on the screen. That's how bad copyright detection and copyright claiming has become, because he got hit with that immediately. He got absolutely nonsensically copyright claimed by that nonsense. That's what happened there. It's a little bit disgusting. Now, we got the Lost Narrator right here also being demonetized. This happened 2 months ago. This was inauthentic content, suspended due to related content, and this is disgusting. It was a little bit strange how they lost their partner program right there. And then Queen, this happened a month ago. This is very important to me. I love listening to Queen when I go to sleep. Queen does a bunch of psychological content. We have received an update from YouTube that our partner program period was rejected after a 9-day suspension. Regrettably, we would be unable to creating content as of now. To support our case, please tag Team YouTube at our Twitter account. Thank you. We bid farewell for now. And they stopped making content for a little bit, and that's what happened there. They ended up making a bit more content, but they're not getting paid for the content they are making. That is disgusting. They're not getting paid for 141,000 views. So this monetization thing, it can't even be stuff because it doesn't happen. With vidIQ, you're able to see that. It can't even cover the channel data because they're not in a partner program, because they're not getting paid for it. You can't check that out, which is strange. Now, the main thing that got people on the radar about this was Zephyr's video about this. And I said yesterday I had beef with Zephyr in order to get people to click on my video. I rage baited you in order to get you to click on a video because I know you wouldn't care about this unless I rage baited you. So I talked about Zephyr's video and how he's actively getting hit with a bunch of stuff that he can't post up there. And he's been getting actually nonsensically nonsense on his second channel. His main channel is fine, but his second channel got annihilated. But his main channel may be facing issues there. Now, the biggest thing that happened is my GOAT TSO Sage. It's my homie. I respect him. I don't know him personally, but he is my GOAT. I love his content. He's one of the best reactors out there. He got hit and his channel got completely demonetized. This was disgusting. I hated this with my whole chest. This video right here. His channel got completely demonetized in totality, and I hated that for him. I didn't enjoy that at all. And then we have number 9 getting demonetized as well. You may not know who number 9 is. Number 9 is a faceless content creator. And you can just go through and see all these people getting demonetized over and over again. You saw this 4 years ago with how copyright was always affecting with Totally Not Mark. He lost 150 videos gone because of Toei, and he was about to lose his entire channel. This was a big thing for me because he actually made an apology video saying, hey guys, I made a letter to the author and all this other stuff, but sadly it didn't go anywhere. So where does this leave us? Why is this happening? I'm going to explain why this is happening. This article does a really good job explaining why it happens. I'm going to read this bar for bar. In January 2026, YouTube removed 16 faceless channels, 4.7 billion combined views, 35 million subscribers, gone. YouTube CEO Neil Mohan confirmed it publicly, and these weren't channels breaking obvious rules. These were channels running the exact playbook that a faceless guru was teaching in 2024. If you're running a faceless channel right now, you need to understand what happened, because the pattern that got these channels killed is almost certainly present in yours. The synth ID situation and why it is the real problem. 11 Labs now watermarks every voice they generate. The watermark is banked to the waveform. YouTube can detect it. Your AI voiceover is labeled. When creators found the reaction was predictable. Everybody panicked. My timeline was faceless YouTube is dead post. Here's the actual situation. Synth ID is a transparency mechanism, not an enforcement trigger. Yes, this feels like it was written by AI. YouTube has known for years that a huge share of faceless channels use AI voiceovers. The watermark just makes it formal. AI content is 100% allowed on YouTube. Disclosure is required. Click the button, blah, 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 blah. Removal of content is not the consequence. The channels that got removed in January didn't get caught because their AI voice. They got caught because their scripts match content farm detection patterns. So this is also an issue with scripts, right? With a lot of people script things. I'm so happy that I don't script the dang thing I do. Very happy about that. Very interesting to see that there. The voice is labeled, the visual is generated shot, the script is the only place where you can prove your human was involved, and few creators actually are, because they're writing these scripts for AI stuff. The 5 script problems that get channels flagged. And then he says, I've written 7,000 scripts across 50 niches. I audit faceless created regularly, and the same 5 problems show up every single time. The hook summaries, blah, bing, bada, boom, most common. It's a lot of stuff right there, but that's not actually the bigger issue, right? I'm going to explain the real big issue about what's going on. So, as you know, 7 months ago, made the hood faces video, right? Made the video. I talked about this exact thing. People thought I was exaggerating. They thought I was being dramatic. They said you're fear mongering. This is gonna work. This is crazy. I got reached out to by a bunch of people. I sat there and read the updates and the terms and the policy changes. I read the documentation. Most creators just look at the documentation and say, nah, not gonna read it. Bunch of BS. Not gonna do that. I sat through that boring corporate language, and what I saw in the future, was a future where YouTube was going to start cracking down on content that could not clearly prove originality. Now, this is an issue with any React channel, any faceless channel, anybody that uses any other content, because you have to prove it's wildly original. I mean, you have to pause every 10 seconds original. I offered a way out. I laid out a plan. Nobody listened. I promise you, I was in private Discord calls and people were telling me I was stupid. They said that I was dumb, and it's agitating. I was so angry by speaking to these people. I said, guys, we need a YouTube union, or maybe you guys gotta, I don't know, boycott YouTube or something. Boycott YouTube. Maybe that'll work, because you guys are the worst affected by this, because you guys primarily rely on other people's content in order to transform that content into something else that makes it your original thing. And everybody kept telling me, nah, it's so transformative. My editor said I'm fine. My editor said I'm good. My editor said it's great. I told these people already. I kept saying it. I continually kept saying it. And now they're scrambling. They're scrambling to figure it out. And I don't want them to lose anything. And the issue is really simple. YouTube's AI systems are constantly being trained to identify content, music, movies, television shows, clips, gameplay, all kinds of copyrighted material. When two pieces of content look extremely similar, YouTube has to determine who actually owns what is being shown. That means the platform is constantly becoming increasingly obsessed with identifying original contribution. They want something they can point to and say, all right, this creator added value here. This is it. The value is the proof. That's why I sit down and just talk, and it's just me. Hi, what's going on? Hi, it's me. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Oh, guess what? And Disney's gonna copyright strike because that impression was perfect. Oh, King Candy. They're gonna get me immediately. That you need proof. That proof you have, that is your shield against AI. Once the AI finds two similar videos using the same source material, it starts moving through layers of checks. Okay, all right, who owns the original footage? Who uploaded it first? Who has the rights attached to it? What transformative elements exist? Is there a face? Is there commentary? Is there editing? What's going on? Is there an analysis? Is there an original performance? These systems are being built because YouTube has spent years, oh my god, years, just years, dealing with copyright nightmares and all these legal headaches that never seem to end, right? And every headache that YouTube deals with is wildly expensive because advertisers pull out, and then you don't get paid. You get paid less RPM, and YouTube can't pay you. So they're dealing with the issues at hand. You're probably noticing that a lot of bigger creators that show their face, they're not getting hit by this copyright ID stuff at all, because you guessed it, they show their face. They show their face a lot. They're witnessing that they show their face. They're perfectly fine. That's what's happening there. They're perfectly fine. I just wanted to put on these glasses for 1 second because I wanted to see how they looked. I realized I had my pocket. That's exactly what I was doing. So I was just checking to see how it looked. I just wanted to see. I don't like it. Don't like the way they look. Just doesn't seem fun to do that. Sorry, a little bit of a side thing there. Just wanted to point that out. And also, it proves I'm authentic. Proves I'm authentic. There are entire channels, right? Whole big multi-platform things built around people's content, other people's content, and that are suddenly realizing the ground underneath them. Oh, the ground you built, that's not stable. Some creators spent years building audience around clips from shows, movies, podcasts, streams, and television programs. Then they get a copyright notice. A dispute appears. A lawsuit appears. I have been hit with exactly 3, count them, 3 copyright notices. And I have dealt with them all. It has been agitating to deal with. I hate them so much. One of them was an accident by Ludwig. I ended up, I believe I got a whole thing with Ludwig. That was a whole thing, right? That was stupid. I hated that so much. Probably the worst thing I've ever had to deal with. I hated that so much. It was absolutely insane. And It was so stupid. It was so stupid, and it's gone now on Twitter. But hi, copyright guy here. No, he didn't. If he said Little Big Hit Show TV with 7 copyright strikes, his channel would be nuked. Ludwig likely filed his content under Content ID as if it was streamed. Anyone featuring was heavily a class lying though. Well done. Not gonna lie, they took my word and saying that it was a Ludwig clip channel, like a random fan one. It was a Ludwig clip channel. It was literally a Ludwig clip channel, and I was using Ludwig's clips. It was nonsense, and then he apologized. Like, I am not Ludwig's friend, I said. And then, hey, he said, I never copyright strike your channel. I don't do that. He reached out to me, and then he apologized. It was nice. He apologized. And then he said, if I have any issues with his content in the future, just reach out to him. Literally. And then a bunch of clip channels were going crazy. And Ludwig is not a good friend to Mango Drama. I got copyright strike by clip channels. That's what I said in the video, because people clip my channel out of context. And thankfully, it's really nice. It's just it's really nice. I didn't get copyright strikes. They just wanted a big reaction out of me. So that was the whole thing there. But that happens a lot. I go through this a lot. I'm aware of copyright and Content ID. I've been through that schooling over and over again. That's what I've been going through. It's disgusting. But years of work, all your years of work, is sitting on the knife's edge. And you know what's crazy? Ooh, you know what's killing me? I hate to bring him up, but H3 is a big proponent about why this is a big thing too, because he constantly does like major legal battles about striking channels down and using defamation lawsuits against people, and people look at those legal things and then they use that as YouTube uses that in order to use that as a basis for thing. Every time people mention him online, I feel like his cortisol levels probably spiked by like 10%, so I'm a little scared. But the bigger point is that YouTube has seen what these legal battles can become, and the company wants less risk, because risk is very expensive. And the people getting hurt by this are all creators. Right? We're co-workers, guys. We're co-workers. I wanted to help you so bad, but I didn't get that much traction on my video. I got enough traction to get reached out to by 10 creators that make this kind of content, like faceless channels and stuff like that. I got enough like that. So, but what happened, instead of listening to me, but they just hire people on Fiverr. The faceless channels, they just hire people on Fiverr. But some of these people have spent half a decade building channels. Some quit jobs. Some built communities. Some actively have a whole team of people, editors, all this other stuff. Some finally found something that makes them happy. Now they are scrambling to adapt because the rules of the game are changing. There are literally people hiring Fiverr, working to create avatars, editing packages, fake face cam setups, voiceovers, original edits. So the original assets. Sorry, I don't say edits. It's not a word. Addicts. I get my girl the ick every single day. Every time I burp in front of her face. Crazy work. But they're trying to be more transformative. That should tell you how nervous people are becoming. They're becoming wildly nervous. And reaction channels have always sat on really thin ice. Always. I remember a while back somebody said, well, you should react to stuff on YouTube. I remember exactly what I said. I said these exact words. No, that'd be stupid, because if I get copyright strike down, that's my entire channel. I would prefer that never to happen, so I might not react to many things unless it's a fan animation or I know the person and I know they won't copyright strike me. I can confirm that Ludwig won't copyright strike me. I can confirm that Moist Critical won't copyright strike me. I can't confirm anybody else won't copyright strike me if they get upset about the things that I say. Gideon will never copyright strike me, which is very nice. Very kind man. So people like that, those people will not copyright strike me. And I see all these creators changing behavior because instead of reacting directly to television episodes of copyright material, many of them are moving towards fan animations, right? Many of them are replacing copyrighted visuals with AI generated stand-ins, right? Rap So Petty is doing that a lot, right? Ace Vane is doing that a lot. You may not know who Ace Vane is. Ace Vane is primarily probably doing only that. I think so. I think Ace Vane is pretty much doing, or is it Ace Vane? I think it's Ace Vane. He's primarily doing AI generated stuff overall. He's very funny. He's an extremely funny and talented content creator, but he's using a lot of AI stuff. He's primarily relying on AI for a lot of his stuff. That's basically what he's doing in totality. He loves AI. It's his favorite thing. He really does love AI. Like so much. It's his favorite thing on the planet. So that's the issue that I'm seeing with a lot of these content creators. It's disgusting. But this is how absurd things are getting the attempt to solve one copyright problem is actively encouraging another technological nightmare, right? Because if we keep using AI, we're going to ruin it for artists overall, thus destroying the purpose of YouTube in totality. It's so frustrating that creators have almost no meaningful communication with YouTube in itself. If something goes wrong, they have to run towards Twitter and start begging for attention. They gotta tag Team YouTube. They gotta tag employees. They gotta pray a larger creator notices them. They hope enough people retweet their problem. That's not even a support system. It's not. They're just playing the lottery with YouTube. That's all they're doing. This digital worthless lottery every single time. Entire businesses can appear overnight just because AI did something stupid. This is why we need some kind of union, right? Or creator association, right? I need a union for YouTubers. We need an organization that represents creators collectively. Imagine a group, right, with legal resources, a policy experts, direct communication channels with YouTube. Legal Eagle, get on this. Educational programs, dispute assistance, copyright guidance, emergency support for creators facing wrongful takedowns. Imagine having collected creator representatives who can sit down with YouTube whenever major policy changes are being considered. Imagine thousands of creators having an actual voice instead of individually begging for help. I would love to be on this team. That'd be great if I could be on the team that helps these people. I would love that. The platform is too large, too important, and too intertwined with people's livelihoods to keep operating on literal vibes. That is what you're doing. You're operating on vibes, and it's stupid. Listen, I offered a way out a while back. It didn't work. That's fair. Now we are actually in the thick of it. I've read the policy stuff, and I hope this actually gets fixed, because this is ruining so many livelihoods and destroying so many people, and it's disgusting to see. And I don't want to see some of my favorite channels get annihilated, because I'm selfish and I care about these channels because they have provided me with endless content that has helped me out throughout a lot of my hard times in life. And I have, if you follow this channel for more than at least a week, you know I got a lot of hard times in my life. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys can at least tag Team YouTube or something, or maybe a bigger creator can see this video or many other mini videos that are happening. Share this video around perhaps and talk about this. That would be great. But if not, that's fine too. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.